So I love a lot of different things. One of the things I love, one of my favorite comic book characters of all time, is Spider-Man, and I'm a huge fan of the comic books. I just recently stopped collecting, unfortunately, because I have to focus on other things. I'll get into why, in general, I stopped collecting comics. But I was thinking about the new Spider-Man movie, and I'm like, you know what? It would be awesome to pair Spider Man, Tom Holland, with Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch. And the reason why I feel that they need to be put together is because they both lost so much, and they both had moments where they had anger and hatred and could be towards a different angle. If you remember, like, Peter almost killed the Green Goblin, right? And Scarlet Witch, the Darkhold, made her do crazy things. But I would also link them together because if I was doing the script for Spider Man, the new movie, I would have it that I guess the villain would have maybe captured the Scarlet Witch in the end and you thought she was dead. And he's, I guess, in New York or close to New York, and Spider-Man's spider senses goes off. And he, in the beginning of the movie, he saves the Scarlet Witch, but then she pulls him out of there because the villain is too great for him to face. And maybe it's King the Conqueror. Maybe we could have like a little bit of a King the Conqueror thing, and then him not be in the rest of the movie and be for later on. But I would have it that she knows he's Peter Parker, and she starts, like, she needs a distraction in her life because she lost so much, and she does, know him from, Endgame, and took a liking to him as well as the other superheroes and stuff. So I would have them have like a buddy buddy throughout the movie, like a pal, a friend, sort of like the Doctor and Donna Noble, where, like, she has nowhere to go. She winds up staying with him. She's the only one that knows he's Spider Man, and he's baffled by it. But she explains to him that when she created the hex or whatever, that she shielded herself from any spells, so no one could cast a spell on her. Maybe no one could ever really, because she's a Scarlet Witch. But she sees how miserable he is, and she sort of like, you know, doesn't want him to go towards the darkness like she got caught up in, and maybe she sees him as he's too much into the Spider-Man role and not Peter Parker, and she's trying to bring that out of him. And he did risk his life for her, so they're friends instantly. They have a special friendship bond. And he went out of his way when it was out of his element, out of his league to save her. So she wants to help him out, and then through this movie, maybe there's some type of magical element that she needs to be in there anyway. So, but when all is said and done, it probably leads into like King the Conqueror and the Avengers movie and stuff like that. But I would rather her appear with Tom Holland, like Elizabeth Olsen. I think that would be much better than to do the whole Children's Crusade and her kids are older in different bodies looking for her. And I just think, no, let it be that everybody thinks she's dead, but she's living with Peter Parker, like she's staying with him, and she's doing stuff and battling crime too, and keeping a low profile, and they're bouncing off of each other. He has a sense of humor, and she doesn't. Or maybe she does. I don't know. So I just, for some reason, I think that they would both click, and I think that people would really love to see that. Like, I know how we say, oh, now he knows the Avengers, that's people going to be popping up. But if anybody's going to pop up in his movie, I would rather Scarlet Witch, because it's someone you wouldn't expect, and you wouldn't expect them to have a friendship, and you wouldn't expect them to be like buddies, honestly, in a weird like the weirdest. They understand each other in the weirdest possible way. So I think Wanda needs allies, and I think that Peter Parker is that ally. I think Spider-Man is needs to be her buddy, and I think I would do that. And while he's dealing with, I guess, whatever the script entails, a new version of Doc Ock or a new Green Goblin, maybe there's some type of foe from magical elements that's trying to alter Spider-Man's destiny, which would have her senses of magic pick up on, you know? And also, it would be interesting for her to feel that Doctor Strange was irresponsible to even try to do a spell like that because it would backfire. Or maybe she knew it would backfire, So that's it. I think that that dynamic would be on par with a movie where, like the last movie, and you could have somehow her use her magic or something to, something that's really bad to bring in the other Spider-Man. She could be the magic that brings them in. So she redeems herself. And maybe you reveal too that, all her actions that were linked towards that could be explained with the Darkhold. And now that that's out of it and out of her system, it's a different type of Wanda. So I really think they need to do that. Hopefully one day they will. Take care. Bye for now.